Ben Shephard has always been known as the calm presence on screen, the warm smile, the reassuring voice, the man who makes mornings feel a little lighter. But recently, something changed. Not in a loud or dramatic way. It was subtle. A pause that lasted just a little longer, a look that carried more meaning than usual, and a wish, simple, heartfelt, and deeply personal, that unexpectedly touched everyone around him, especially Annie. What started as an ordinary moment quickly became something unforgettable. Ben shared a message that wasn't polished or rehearsed. It wasn't meant to go viral. It came straight from the heart, filled with sincerity and quiet emotion. And when Annie heard it, she couldn't hold back the tears. Those close to them say the room fell silent, not because something terrible had happened, but because something real had been said. Ben spoke about appreciation, about the people who stand beside us when cameras are off, when the applause fades, and when life feels heavier than usual. His words were gentle, almost poetic, and carried a warmth that felt like a handwritten letter read out loud. Annie's reaction said everything. Her eyes filled, her smile trembled, and in that moment, emotion took over. It wasn't sadness alone. It was love, relief, gratitude, and connection all mixed together. Sometimes tears don't fall because of pain, but because the heart feels too full. Friends later shared that Ben tried to lighten the mood right after, cracking one of his familiar jokes, smiling through the emotion, even laughing at himself for getting so serious. That's Ben. Just when things feel heavy, he adds a spark of humor, reminding everyone that joy and vulnerability can exist in the same breath. The moment quickly spread, resonating with viewers who saw more than a television personality. They saw a man openly expressing care, choosing honesty over perfection. Many people related instantly. Couples shared it with each other. Fans commented that it reminded them to say the things they often leave unsaid. What made it even more touching was how natural it all felt. There was no grand speech, no dramatic music, just real emotion unfolding. Ben's wish wasn't about fame or success. It was about togetherness, about cherishing moments, about not waiting for the right time to say what matters. Annie, still emotional, later described the moment as overwhelming in the best possible way. She laughed through tears, saying that Ben always knows how to surprise her, sometimes with humor, sometimes with honesty, and sometimes with both at once. Their dynamic, built on mutual respect and affection, became impossible to ignore. Viewers couldn't stop talking about it. Some called it heartbreaking, others called it beautiful. Many said it felt like watching a love story written in real life, imperfect, emotional, and deeply human. And perhaps that's why it stayed with people long after it ended. In a world where so much feels rushed and scripted, this moment stood still. It reminded everyone that emotions don't need permission, that expressing love doesn't make someone weak, it makes them real, and that even the strongest smiles sometimes hide feelings waiting to be shared. Ben later joked that he didn't expect to make anyone cry, especially not Annie, but behind the humor was something clear. He meant every word, and Annie knew it. That understanding, that silent exchange between them was more powerful than anything spoken. Fans described feeling moved, comforted, even inspired. Some said they reached out to loved ones afterward. Others admitted they watched the moment more than once, catching new details each time. The way Ben paused, the way Annie listened, the way emotion slowly took over. It wasn't just a touching moment, it was a reminder to speak kindly, to laugh often, to love openly, and to never underestimate the impact of a simple wish spoken from the heart. If this story made you feel something, whether it brought a smile, a tear, or a memory, then let that feeling travel with you. Share it with someone who matters. Hold your loved ones a little closer, and remember, sometimes the most powerful moments come from the quietest words.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about perfection, it's about connection. And this moment, full of emotion, warmth, humor, and love, was exactly that.